Welcome back to Master Your Glass with me, Livio Laro. Today we're going to make a Bloody Mary, a cocktail, or I should say a long drink that has so many versions to it. There's so many ways to drink it. It's typically known as the day after cocktail, one that will help you after a hangover or after a night of drinking. And much debate goes into the history of the drink. Much debate goes on how to make the drink. I'm going to show you a very simple version. Now, when it comes to these types of drinks, I'm going to start with the very elementary. The Bloody Mary is a long drink that is made with 2 ounces of vodka and 4 ounces of Bloody Mary mix. Now, the debate comes to the Bloody Mary mix. Should we make it from scratch? Should we use a bottled product? Which one is the best? I'm going to show you how I do it, so let's go for it. What I like to do is I like to work with the can because when you're making from scratch, I see the big carafes with a bunch of tomato juice in it. I've never really had parties where everybody's drinking the Bloody Mary, so I make it 1 can at a time. This is a 5.5 ounce can right there. I add that to it, and then I'm going to add 5 dashes of Tabasco, okay? 5 dashes of hot sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. My philosophy on making this drink is kind of like the philosophy of how a steak is made in a restaurant. In a restaurant, when you order a medium, you get a little bit less than medium. Why? Because you could always put it back on the grill, but if it's cooked too much, now you have to start from scratch. So I make this only slightly spicy. Next ingredient is gonna be Worcestershire sauce, and we're gonna put 3 of these. So remember, we have 5.5 tomato, we have 5 of Tabasco, and now we have 3 of Worcestershire. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Now this comes out really fast, which is why I do 3. So now our next ingredient is going to be 1 ounce of lemon juice. I have a lemon cut here from a show I did earlier. So I'm just going to put this all the way up to the 1 ounce line. And there it is. I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm gonna put this in here. Okay, now last but not least are 2 pinches of salt. Now 2 pinches of salt, when you're using a salt grinder, can be a little different. So we're gonna go with 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now, give this a mix, and now my scratch Bloody Mary mix is ready. Now, nobody will dislike this recipe because it's really easy. There's, yes, spice to it, but not a whole lot. There's a saltiness, there's the acidity from the lemon, there's of course the rich and sweet flavors from the tomato juice. This is the reason why this drink is really good the day after, because whatever you're craving for, it's in there. So now we're gonna go ahead and make the drink, and this is where, of course, I go a little bit more to my liking, right? And of course, there's different ways of garnishing the drink, and I am not a big fan, never have been, of the ginormous garnishes, the burger, the pizza, the big slice of tomato, a chicken breast, or any of that stuff. I like it very simple. I like to be able to drink my drink. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take the spent lemon that I use, and I'm just going to wet the rim of the glass, right? And again, this is not the traditional part. This is what I like to do. I love Tajín, so I'm just going to go ahead and rim this glass with Tajín, just like that. If you were doing this at home, you might want to consider doing half the rim because some people might not like it, but I'm making it for me, so I know I'm gonna like this. We'll set that right there back, and then I'm gonna fill this glass with ice. And just like that. Now we're gonna make the drink. To make the drink, I use a mixing glass. A lot of people like to do a technique called rolling. Rolling is when you take the ingredients and you put them, you move them back and forth from one container into another. However, I enjoy it this way. I'm using a vodka today called Drake's. It's organic and it's gluten-free. So I'm excited to try this. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this is a 2 ounce to 4 ounce recipe. So in my mixing glass, I am going to put 2 ounces of the vodka, And of course, I'm going to top it with 4 ounces of my Bloody Mary mix. There's 1, there's 2. Okay, there we go, just with that. I'm going to give this a little mix. There's 6 ounces of liquid in here. It's probably going to pour short, and there's a purpose to that. I actually like to add a little bit more ice and a little more dilution. So I'm just going to add some ice in here and give this a little stir, just like that. Chill it, dilute it a little bit, just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my little strainer here and put it over here. Pour that all the way up to the top, just like that. Now, when it comes to the garnish, a lot of people say that the celery stick is not traditional, which is true. This cocktail supposedly was created by Fernand Petiot at the New York bar in Paris, which then ended up being called the Harry's New York bar in Paris. While the celery stick is not traditional, it actually is functional because you could put it in there and you can stir for those who actually are going to want to add more spices on top of the drink. For me personally, you know, I just go sort of Italian on this. I will take a little tomato, I will take a little Castelvetrano olive, and I'll set that right there. I love drinking this, eating the olive, then eating the tomato. Just really, really simple and basic. And then what I like to do, I've never been a fan of the wedge. It's never been a garnish that I like, but in this case it's extremely useful because the wedge is something you could add more lemon to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just cut a little lemon wedge here, and I'm going to put it on top of the drink, just like that. Let's get this out of the way, just like so. I got my little lemon wedge there, right? And now, the last but not least that I love to add to this drink is this thing called a stir straw. I'll leave a link below on in the description on where you can find the stir straw and if you would like to purchase them. But they make the drink really easy because, of course, if you are going to add a little more spice, a little more lemon, a little more salt, or maybe more Worcestershire, you can do so and you can stir it as you go. And there you have it, the Bloody Mary. Oh yeah, this is not a wimpy Bloody Mary. There's nice spice, there's nice acid coming from the lemon, lovely tomato flavors, and of course, you know, if I could, I would stuff this thing with 14 olives because I love eating an olive and eating a tomato with my Bloody Mary, but again, I like to keep it very clean and simple. So, if you like this show, please do give me a like, and if you found value in any of the message today, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And last but not least, we have a Patreon, and I will leave the link in the description below if you'd really like to support us. And you can just come back to Master Glass, where you get expert instruction for everyday consumption.